But Gal was fantastic, you know, a great player. Again, didn't materialise to show all the talent. You could have said Jeremy Boga as well, who was a great player but got a knee injury at the wrong time. Ben Elliott, another young player, fantastic talent, didn't materialise, again, hit by bad injuries and bad luck. But Charlie, for me, was the one at 15, 16, you think, well, he could do anything, you know? He had such talent on the ball. And I understand he's playing in Cyprus now, you know, and he's had bad luck too with injuries, but then lots of players do have. Reece James has, but he's, you know, bounced back. And, I come to the conclusion that you can look at players at 16 at the top clubs all around Europe, and they're all good players that are in the top clubs at 16. You know, they're all technically good, athletic, and what have you. But as a general observation, the players who go on to make it at the very top level have that basis of technical and athletic ability, but they're the ones with the drive and the determination. And so Conor Gallagher, great example. At 15, Conor was not the best player in his age group, but he went on and achieved and is achieving way beyond others who got left behind. And Reece James the same. Mason Mount, with all these terrible issues he's had at Manchester, and he should never have left Chelsea. And that wasn't his fault. It was the ownership again. I think that I never doubted that he will come good again. And we got a couple of goals last night, didn't he? And so, because not only is he a great technically and a great athlete, he's got a great attitude. And Reece is the same. And so driving on, Reece getting, injury after injury, I've never doubted that he would come back and be up there again. So maybe some of these players, maybe they didn't have that drive to overcome all the hurdles. Players can, particularly talented boys who are talented young, can have success after success when they're young. They can always be seen as a big talent. They get played up a year. They play for their country internationally in youth, maybe early, and everything is going well for them. And that step into men's football is the hardest step to take from one age group to another. And that's where a lot fall down and suddenly don't find it as easy to go past the player, for example, if they're an attacking player, that they did when they were 16. Callum Hudson-Odoi was the same, struggled with that, was as good at running with the ball at 16, 17 as anyone I've seen since Ryan Giggs. When he was beginning to move into senior football, he stopped going past people. He found it harder and he lost his game for a bit. And now at Nottingham Forest, with a very successful season, it's great to see he's found it again. But so these players hit adult football often and find it hard to do the things that they've always done. And maybe they've not had the setbacks on the way and they haven't built that resilience up, They're not used to having to struggle. And it might be the first struggle in football terms, that they've really had to deal with. And it comes late and they don't have the tools to deal with it. So maybe that's why they don't all materialise.
Yeah. What was the idea about signing Musonda's brothers?
I wasn't involved. Jim Fraser did it, and it was a package deal.
Okay.
They weren't the only ones. We signed another three brothers as well, the Silver brothers, back at Cole. I can't remember the other boys' names now. And sometimes, if they're a teenage, a family will say, "Look, well, if one boy is going, we can't have the boys at different clubs. We just can't manage that. Will you take them all?"
Yeah.
And a number of times over the years, I've had to say to parents, "No, I'm not going to do that." But if you've got the prime talent like Charlie was big enough, then you would take the others as well.